Um, assuming you are okay with elimination, the hardest part of today's lesson is being able to organize it. You have to really organize your work as you go. Otherwise, you're going to kind of get lost in your work because we're going to add on another variable and another equation. So when we do this one, what do we want to get rid of, x or y? Y, okay. So I have, if you did x, it'll still work out. If I'm going to get rid of y, I got to multiply the top one. Brock, please pick your head up. I'm going to multiply the top one by a 2. So I have 6x minus 2y equals 20. So this gives me an x, y's go away, equals 7. And then we can plug into either 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to go ahead and plug into 1. So if I plug 7 in for x, I have 21 minus y equals 10. Subtract my 21 over and I get negative y equals negative 11. So y is equal to 11. Okay? You guys feel good about this? Okay, because we're going to math it up today. I'm going to tell you that I want everybody taking notes and I want everybody doing or having something out because I'm going to give you some to try on your own. Slowly ease you into this. But I also want you to write down exactly what I write down. So I promise, I know you're going to think, oh, I don't like to show work, blah, blah, blah. But if you make a mistake in there without doing what I do, you'll never find your mistake. So here is our first, we're going to start off easy. I'm going to give you one that's easy to start. So 3.5, 3 variables. So we're going to start off, I'm going to label each, well, once we do a real one, this is kind of a fake one because it's really easy. So I have x plus y plus 2z equals 3, and then 2x plus y plus 3z equals 7, and then z is equal to 3. So I'm starting you off really easy. What does your gut tell you to do with z equals 3? Plug it in for the z's. And then you're just left with an x and a y, and you can solve like you did before. So when I do that, what? Oh, I thought you said something. When I do that, I have x plus y plus 6 equals 3. And here I have 2x plus y plus 9 equals 7. Now, what is our next step for this one? I'm going to kind of skirt this fast. Okay, move 6, move 9, and then solve like we did for our bell ringer. So I have x plus y equals negative 3. And then 2x plus y equals negative 2. And now it's just like your bell ringer, right? Yeah. Or all the stuff we did last week. Let's go ahead and multiply the top one by a negative 1. And when I do that, I have a negative x minus y equals 3. So I have x equals 1. We already know z equals 3. So we need to figure out y. So if x equals 1, I have 1 plus y equals negative 3. Subtract 1, y is equal to negative 4. So x is 1, y is negative 4, z is 3. So this was kind of not really our new stuff yet. This is stuff from last week. They just gave you the z to start with. So you had to set it up. Okay? So this is like last week's. Let me show you one that is going to be this week's. Are you ready? This is where you need to really pay attention and write down exactly how I do. Stay very organized in your work, and it'll be easy. Yes?
What equation did you plug the x into?
The top one, right here. Nope, it does not. So you can do whatever you want. Okay, are we ready? This is not difficult material, it's just a lot. And the best way to do it is just stay organized and you'll be okay. Okay, so here's what a real problem looks like for this. And actually this one is even easier. I'm going to ease you into it. So this one we're going to have 2x minus y plus z equals 4. And then I have x plus 3y minus z equals 11. And then I have 4x plus y minus z equals 14. Okay, and this one's even an easier one. This isn't even the hardest one you're going to see. So just bear with me. We're going to do a bunch together, and then I'll let you go and do a couple on your own. But the best way to do this is we want to label our equations that we have. So I'm going to call this equation 1, this one equation 2, and this one equation 3. We're going to use these equations to get rid of one variable because I can do it when there's just two variables, an x and a y. We just did it for the bell ringer. We did it all last week. We just did it on the last problem. But when I have three variables, I first have to get rid of a variable. A lot of times in equation 1, 2, and 3, you can look at it and see that there's an easy one to get rid of, an easy variable to eliminate first. In this case, what is that variable? Z. It's very easy to eliminate z. There's not a lot of work to be done when you eliminate z. So I'm going to start with equation 1 and equation 2, and my whole goal is to eliminate z. Okay? So we're just going to do exactly what we've done before. Equation 1, and every time I show work, every time I use an equation, I write down what equation I'm using. So equation 1 is 2z minus y, or 2x minus y plus z equals 4. And then equation 2 is x plus 3y minus z equals 11. Do I have to do any work to eliminate z? Nope. So I can just go ahead and combine this together. And when I combine together, my x's become 3x plus 2y, the z's fall out, equals 15. And I'm going to name this number 4. Okay? Now, our goal now is to get an equation number 5. The way we get equation number 5, we have to have two things happen. We have to eliminate z, because that's what 4 has eliminated. And we have to use equation 3, because we didn't use it in our first part. But you have a choice whether to use 3 and 1 or 3 and 2. It doesn't matter which one. Okay, 3 and 1, I see 1. Does everybody agree with that? That's a good, because two things, you're going to have two good things happen for this one. So I'm going to use equation 1, which is 2x minus y plus z equals 4. And I'm going to use equation 3, which is 4x plus y minus z equals 14. And two good things happen here. First of all, our goal was to eliminate z. That's going to happen. But what else is going to happen here? The y's are going to eliminate, which doesn't always happen. This is like an extra special bonus. So when the y and the z eliminates, I can go ahead and solve for x. So in this case, I have 6x equals 18. So what does x equal? 3. Okay, this is really nice. I didn't end up with an equation 5. Now I can start backfilling to solve for the other variables. So I can take x equals 3, plug it into this x right here, and what will I solve for? Y. So I'm going to plug that in, and I have 9 plus 2y equals 15. Subtract 9, subtract 9. So 2y is equal to 6, so y also equals 3. Now, where do you suppose I need to go to solve for x? Or not x, z. 1, 2, or 3, one of the original ones. Because I can plug in my x and my y, and I can solve for z. I'm going to go ahead and use the top one because I'll have room to write above it. But you can use any one you want. So x and y are both 3, which gives me here 6 minus 3 plus z is equal to 4. So I have 3 plus z is equal to 4. Subtract 3, z is equal to 1. So after you find your 3, I want you to write it as a point, like this. 3, comma 3, comma 1 for your x, y, and z. So the math behind this, not real difficult. It's just the organization and keeping your head into what you're supposed to be doing. Staying focused. It is a lot of work. That's why I'm not giving you a lot to do. Okay, let's do another one. This time, though, our equation 5 will be an equation 5. So I'm going to show you what to do when you get an equation, when both don't fall out, when you're actually going to get an equation 5. But you might already have your head around it. Once you have a 4 and a 5 with just 2 variables, then it becomes just like our bell ringer and what we did last week, where you just have to eliminate with 2 variables and then backfill up. So it's really not that bad. Okay, let's do this one together, and then I'll slowly start letting you do some on your own. See, which one did I just do? Okay, let's try this one. X minus y plus z equals -1. And x plus y plus 3z equals -3. And 2x minus y, I hope this one doesn't, no, I don't think it does, plus 2z equals 0. Let me make sure this is right. X minus y plus z equals -1. X plus y plus 3z equals -3. And 2x minus y plus 2z equals 0. That's what I have. Okay. So, as a class, let's name these. We'll name this one 1, this one 2, and this one 3. What variable am I going to try to eliminate for my 4 and 5? Y. Good choice. So should we start with what 2? 1 and 2. Good choice again. So we'll do equation 1 is x minus y plus z equals -1. And equation 2 is x plus y plus 3z equals -3. Combine together, because I don't have to do any work to get the y's to fall out. They're just going to fall out. So I have 2x, y's go away, plus 4z equals -4. We'll call that equation 4. Okay, then we need to use equation 3. Which one do I want to use with 3? 2. Good choice, because the y's will fall out without doing any work. So I'll use equation 2, which is x plus y plus 3z equals -3. And equation 3 is 2x minus y plus 2z equals 0. So I should have 3x plus 5z equals -3. You guys agree with me? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, your 4 and your 5 should have the same 2 variables, which they do. They both have an x and a z, x and a z. So now you just need to use 4 and 5 like we did last week, and or like we did for the bell ringer today, and eliminate one of the variables. I'll let you guys, well, let's decide as a class, which variable do we want to eliminate? X. Okay, you guys finish that and just get x, and let's stop and see what we got. You need to do this, just like everybody else. you find z is equal to -3?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Now we need to go back to 4 or 5 and plug in -3 to solve for x. So you guys do that, pick whatever you want, and let's see if we get the same x value. I got x is 4. Is that what you guys got? Okay. Now go back to 1, 2, or 3 and plug in 4 and -3 for x and z. And solve for y. Now I got y is 2. You guys agree with me? So we get the point 4 to -3 for our points, x, y, and z. Ready to try one on your own from start to finish?
Yeah.
I think you can do it.
I think I can do it.
Okay, I'll give you one that works out nice. Okay, so you guys do this problem here. 2x plus 3y minus 2z equals 1. Actually, I'm gonna don't go ahead of me. We're gonna all decide what variable to get rid of. -x minus y plus 2z equals 5. And then 3x plus 2y minus 3z equals 6. Let me just equals -6. 2, 3, -2, 1. -1, -1, 2, 5, 3, 2, -3, -6. Okay, as a class, let's decide. Do we want to get rid of x's, y's, or z's? Z's, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to find, we're going to use, we've got 1, 2, and 3. I want you to start with 1 and 2, and we're going to see what we get as a 4 together. And then, let's see, if we use 1 and 2, what do you want to use with 3?
2.
I'd probably pick 2 because you've got a positive and a negative. So then use 2 and 3 and come up with your 5. Okay? And we'll compare. Yes?
So for 1 and 2, would we have to make it like?
You don't have to do anything for 1 and 2 for z's to fall out. So our goal is to eliminate z's and find our 4 and our 5. And then we're going to stop. And then we're going to compare. And then we'll go on to the rest. So everybody do that. 4 and 5. see if your 4 and your 5 agree with me, or if I agree with you. Because I feel like I made a mistake somewhere. Did anybody get this for 4 and 5? Yes? Okay. Okay. So our goal, we got rid of z. So now I just have an x and a y that I have to use 4 and 5 to solve for one of them. What do I want to get rid of? X or y? Y. Okay. So if I need to get rid of y, what do I need to multiply this bottom one by? -2. So let's go ahead and do that. And when I do that, I've got a -6x minus 2y equals -6. And then I've got x plus 2y equals 6. And you guys go ahead and finish this all the way through. Find your x, your y, and your z. Okay, I found x is 0, y is 3, and z is 4. How'd you do? Good? You ready to try one from start to finish? Well, it's time. It's time. Not tomorrow. You still have lots of time left. You still have 20 minutes. Okay, here is the one. Well, we're working through our assignment.
So we don't have an assignment?
You'll probably walk out of here with one. Okay, here is your next one. So I have x minus y minus 2z equals 4. And negative x plus 2y plus z equals 1. And negative x plus y minus 3z equals 11. So what are you getting rid of first? Okay, good. Okay, I'm letting you guys go from start to finish on this one. You can do it.